Hi, this is Chris and I'm back, and this is the tutorial, as if you haven't guessed, and we're going to be sorting out the foot. Now, obviously what we're doing here is we haven't started on the hips, we haven't started on the hip connections, which is why we've got this blank bit. Got to sort out the foot first. So, going to hide this. Come down here. And just adjust everything. Except for this leg. So, select everything, deselect the leg, scale mode, make sure you're selecting everything, and then just scale it up, okay? Nice and big like so. Perspective. Now as you can see, that's kind of buggered up all these pistons and things. Don't worry about it. We'll fix that in just a second. First things first. Now, back into the left viewport, we're going to move this lot down. Like this. Because we need our leg to be longer. So if you move that to there, like so, jump into perspective mode. Now the thing is, obviously, it doesn't take a genius to work out the first problem, which is, delete that, that our leg isn't in the right place. Move this forward to about there. This was intersecting, so I've moved it. Next, start affecting pivots. Go to rotate mode, turn off angle snap. Just tidy up some of these pivots that are slightly off. There we go. Now obviously this thing moves from its middle bearing here. Oops, sorry, I'll just undo that. So, as you can see, and that isn't right there, so we need to adjust the lookouts to this. Press F3, and we should have our gizmo in here, and it should be looking at it. So why is this not working properly? Let's have a look. It's almost working, but not quite, you see. Let's see if we can fix this problem. So, over here, look at, let's see, where's our lookout controller gone? There it is, rotation. And it's using the lookout constraint at the moment, and it should be looking at something like this. Delete that lookout target. So let's see if that makes much of a difference for us. And yes, it does, you see. So that's actually going in the right place now. So let's just affect this pivot. Straighten it up a little bit. There we go. Now go around this side. Same applies. I want it just to look at this. Now if we just kick this in, it's working over there, it's not working over there. It should be. Let's check it out again. Delete lookout target, add lookout target. Now this. Now if we look, same as last time, I'll pivot slightly off. Fix that in just a jiffy. There we are. Now if we affect this, excellent. Okay, so that's that fixed. Now, things that I need to repair now are this bit and this bit. So I'm going to hide unselected, or even just isolate, either's fine. Left viewport. Not quite. Select that piece and that piece. There we are. Now what I need to do is bring this down and make it bigger. So, select this piece here. What I'm going to do is just bring it down into the middle of this bowl more or less, and then scale it up until it fills it. like so. I'll get to about there. Perspective. Now then, the cap, the middle piece here. Now I can select it and grow. The reason I want it to grow, so I'll shrink that piece, is because if I go to my left viewport, I really want to pull this piece up and in as much as possible. So, bring that in. By doing that, I'll have a greater range on my ball joint. Now, I think I haven't got it all selected here. No, I haven't. So I'll move into my select mode. Click ignore back facing. Click grab handkerchief. It's important to keep going back over your model, which is what we're doing today. I mean, this is very much ad hoc modelling to a degree, but just 'cause it's ad hoc does not mean we want to cock it up. Right, I'm going to select this bit and cap that too. Now I can select this one and this piece here and just bridge them like so. Gives us a couple of interesting patterny shapes going on here, which is nice. Now over here I'm going to edge. Just do a ring. No, I mean a loop. There we are, because I didn't want to loop it all anyway. Chamfer. There we are. Nice shape there. And it means now that our leg is going to work slightly better. If you look, there's a 4 zoom. So with our leg extended, I mean it's not been extended by much, but it counts. Now what we've got to do is move our pivot so that our leg doesn't do that. So left viewport again. Affect our pivot. We're going to move it to there. I just scratch my eye. Just to here. Zoom out. Now, if I move this, it moves properly. See? Move it right back and right forward. Lovely. That's the way it should be. Alright. Perspective. Now, up here, I need to kind of work on this bit. So, press F4. This is where our piston from the top leg is going to attach, but we also are going to attach a piston from the lower leg. So, just connect tool there. Because I need this to connect into here. You'll understand what I mean in a minute. Anyway, I'm going to insert this. And I'm going to take our corners here and chamfer them. There we are. That will round it somewhat. Good old mixture of bolt on plate and plate on plate. Remember what I was talking about? Now hinge from edge. Pick our hinge, it's going to be that one. 85. No, not 5, 85. Maybe 8 segments. That'll be enough to maintain it looking smooth. See? Now, isolating time. I'm going to isolate this one and this bit here, because they're going to connect together. Extrude it up. A little bit more. There we go. Right, now I'm going to move this as a single piece as well, like so, so that it just fits into there. like that. I'm sure you can see why I've done it this way now. It gives it a lot more support. However, because I've done it this way, it wouldn't hurt adding a few extra little bits to it, just to give it that extra feeling, the support, if you know what I mean. So, over here, what we can do is auto grid. Max crashed, by the way, which is why it's reset its values again. 3D Studio Max crashed, sir? Never. Well, yes, it did. One of those things 3D Studio Max is actually quite famous for. Okay, change this to local. Shift, grab the wrong bit. Shift this down. There we go. Once, twice, instance a second. That way everything we do the first time will be copied. Make it look as if we've got some sort of damping going on. Damping is like a shock absorber. If you've got something this heavy, of course, shock absorbers can be fantastically important anyway. There we go, and sink in. Now, as you've seen, they're going off a little bit on one side. That's okay, we can just move them across on the local. Need to move them both at the same time. Let's see. If I do this actually in the top viewport, it'll probably be better. That much. Same again. There we are. Perspective. Okay, now I can add these on. Pull back. Exit isolation mode. Zoom. Now you can see how the leg's kind of set up there. We can actually build some additional arm around the front. We can do that later on. Okay, and these plates here, I was meaning to do this anyway. Extrude by 0.250. Click OK. And I'm going to bevel them up. There we go. .250. Bevel mode. A bit less. There we go. Zoom out. Okay, let's check the leg. Not bad, although that isn't linked yet, so we need to link this. Okay, let's try it now. Oops. Okay, it's working nicely. It means we can bring the foot up and the leg right forward, and then bring the leg right back to there. Nice. Unhide all, and as you see, the top one's already in the right place anyway. So, as promised, I will now go back and hide unselected, build the middle piston that connects these two bits here together. And I better call this upper leg while I'm at it. There we go. Main part, capital letters. Oops, what is that? Oh, it's my tripod. Right. Down here first. We'll start with these pieces. Bevel. And bring them out. Now we want this to be kind of even, so this isn't at the minute. Get rid of this. Go on line, select, Dagnabbit. Get rid of that, that, and that. Just click remove. Take that one and just remove those as well. Which may seem stupid considering I'm just going to do it all over again like this, but I want it in the middle. Now, get rid of that. And do a hinge from edge. $180, maybe about 12 segments. Click OK. Delete. Just to get rid of that polygon there. Do this, and just weld it. There we go. Now, trying to clean up these edges, because they need it. There, and there. Loop. Chamfer. Not quite that much, though. 0.01. A nice small chamfer. I'll deselect these ones here. Now over here, I'm going to select this and go to Control Edge, chamfer these edges too. There we go. So now I've got the first point that our piston is going to come off. I'm just going to go up here and connect to this one. I'm not going to put a spring in. I was going to, but I don't think it needs. Well, I don't know. Maybe it does. Yeah, why not? What the hell? I've made a spring in ages. Just because there isn't one on my drawing doesn't mean there isn't now. I'll even go in and draw one. There we go. Right, chamfer. Gives us this nice piece here. Bevel it. Extrude. Connect. Click that. Click this part. I'm going to hinge from edge. Click hinge. It's going to be this one. Let's see, maybe about 12 again. Delete off that polygon that we never see so we can weld it together. Alright. Same as last time then. This one and this one. Just loop it. And chamfer. There we go. Pull back. Now, we need to connect these together. We can either have one really, really big piston or a couple of small ones. I'm going to make a really big piston. So first things first, start with our cylinder, which I'm going to start from here. Be approximately this big. Rack up the sides into about 22. As long as I can do what I'm planning on, I don't mind. Run up to about there. Flatten it. There we go. Now I'm going to select these and get rid of them, because they ain't no use to anyone and they'll just create extra polygons that we're not going to need. Now over here, marquee, select and delete. Don't hit delete, just click remove. If you hit delete, that happens. Click remove. Okay, zoom. Right, next. Straight through the middle there, do a connect. Make sure it's flat. As long as it is, lift it up to about there. Put a bevel in, that will add what appears to be a nice touch of strength to the joint. It looks like weld lines when you do that. Front, zoom in. First things first, affect the pivot, which I want to be in the middle, which is about there. We've got to get it more exact for the middle in just a moment. Next, I'm going to do a copy on this axis. And actually I've got that obscenely close, so that's pretty cool. Attach that and that together. Perspective. Next, I'm going to select here and here. Not the top one. Actually no, I'll just select these two. There we go, that one and that one. Just bridge them. Click OK. Right, time to do some edging. There, loop. Oh well, it was worth a try. There and there. Deselect that piece. Ignore back facing. Okay, press Control, select by edge. Hold down Control again. Want to do the insides. Really soften out this model quite nicely. There we are. Now, off to chamfer. About there. Okay, that's our model softened quite significantly. Left viewport. Now, hopefully, unless I've made a major gaffe, I can swing this round, cancel, turn the angle snap, 180 degrees, and dump it up here. This one I'm going to scale down. You can see why, I'm sure. There we go. Go to perspective and zoom. F3. Now, it appears that these aren't lined up properly. That's okay, we can fix that. And it won't be too much of an issue, hopefully. Easiest way to fix it, actually, now I think about it, is to cheat. Well, it's not actually cheating, it's just, being creative, really. Okay, grow. Just we've got enough room to move this to the left, so we may as well. Oops, wrong one. And I can scale it in to make it the right width. Left viewport. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. There we go. Perspective. You can see the cut across there, so I'll have to repair that pretty fast as well. Alright. Another option, of course, is, now I think about it, I could just attach it. Then with it detached, squeeze it up, move it across, bring it out a little bit, reset the X-form, stop it being inside out, That happens sometimes when you do these. There we are. Back over here, caps the big hole that we built, and attach this piece. There we go. It's as if nothing happened. Alright, and now we have the ability to be able to connect these things together. So on the bottom here, I'm going to build our main first piston, and then on the top I'm going to build our barrel. So down here, I didn't name it as well, leg lower piston. Okay, cylinder, start off from about here, drag it right the way out. And then get busy. Add some maker's lines. And just bring it up to about there. Drag this out. And close it to an object. Reason being, I'm going to flip it. Okay, and scale this in a bit. It's a bit big. Now over here it's just a case of bevel down, maker's mark, continue beveling down, like so. Now I can just attach these, so there we go. Alright, so I'm going to take a break now, and in the next part we'll rig these up and start working on the hips. So, thanks for watching, see you in the next bit. Bye bye.